Tottenham barely avoided relegation last season. They're making sure that never happens. They've already made signings on Jean-Paul Van Heg, Matheus Fernandes, and Andrew Robertson, and just secured the huge deal of Sandro Tonali. And suddenly Tottenham went from relegation battlers to potential title contenders. So today I'm giving Tottenham unlimited money to complete every transfer they want and seeing if they can win every trophy in England and finally win the Champions League. So here we go for 108 million. Tonali is a Tottenham player. For 99 million, recently relegated Matheus Fernandes. And for their last paid transfer, 60 million for center back Jean-Paul Van Heg. And because they also got Andrew Robertson, Martin Dubravka, and Marco Senesi for absolutely free, and are still linked to the likes of Antonio Nusa, James Trafford, and Omar Marmoush. But I'm sorry, boys, there's a twist. I believe that the best transfer rumor website is TransferFeed, and they have a section for rumored departures. And if I believe that they can happen, I have to go ahead and sell them. For example, someone like Christian Romero has already been transfer listed, as he is linked to the likes of Barcelona, Man United, and Real Madrid, and we know he wants to leave. Someone like Vicario had a terrible season and wants to leave. Mickey van de Vet, despite the new signings, will probably still want to leave. And someone like Lucas Vuskovic and Radu Dragusin are already on their way out. But the biggest shock to me is someone like Lucas Bergvall, still very young, bags of potential. But TransferFeed here says Bergvall has expressed a desire to leave amid concerns over game time. We're losing a huge wonder kid. And this is the rest of the transfer list if you were curious. So there we go. Roberto De Zerbi has gotten rid of every player in his transfer list. But of course, it's time to make any signing we want that is linked to them. And of course, we'll be using De Zerbi's 4-2-3-1 wide, as this is probably the best lineup Tottenham can put out. It doesn't look like they can win any trophies, let alone the Champions League next season. So there's a lot of transfers to make. And up first, definitely that goalkeeper spot. And they're linked to the likes of James Trafford, Zion Suzuki, Miles Villar, Lucas Chevalier, and Bart Verbruggen. I think Trafford is the most realistic, but his terrible rating will cost us and not win us a trophy. Same with Zion Suzuki. Bart Verbruggen is more than likely to go to Bayern Munich, so that leaves us with Lucas Chevalier and Miles Villar. And De Zerbi has decided to go for Lucas Chevalier. Yes, he's the lower rating and is more expensive. Bringing in a player who played UCL football last season is huge for Tottenham Hotspur. And Chevalier is now a Tottenham player, 24 years old. Remember, this will take multiple seasons, and he has great potential. Another thing that worries me, even though they signed two brand new center backs, they're too low rated, man. Are Tottenham linked to anybody world class? And as you can see, there is one player, Bremer from Juventus. So for 53 million, the Brazilian is going to be a starting center back next to either Van Heg or Senesi. And when it comes to the fullbacks, De Zerbi will be trusting both Robertson and Udogi, as well as Pedro Porro and Jed Spence. Sandro Tonali, of course, is untouchable, while Matheus Fernandes, Gallagher, Sarr, Bentancur, and Gray are more than enough coverage for that midfield spot. And that center attacking mid position, Javi Sims, James Maddison, and Kulusevski will all be fighting for that spot. De Zerbi does want a starting left mid, a starting striker, and a starting right winger. Can he sign any superstars? And first with the striker, Dusan Vlahovic has been linked. Florian Balogun, we know what's going on with him right now. Ryan Bradbury, Omar Marmoush, and Eli Junior Krupi. Dusan Vlahovic is the second highest rated, but I don't trust his inconsistency, and I don't think Florian Balogun is the man to lead Tottenham to the next level. And De Zerbi makes his decision for 57 million. Eli Junior Krupi, the best Premier League wonder kid right now, is now a Tottenham player, and he will be started. And for 30 million, Tottenham have also brought in Jared Bowen, the only good right mid they're linked with right now in real life, which leaves one spot left, that starting left mid, and they've been linked to some superstars. And Tottenham are linked to the likes of Cody Gakpo, Rafael Leao, now free agent Marcus Rashford, and finally Antonio Nusa. De Zerbi doesn't want this trash guy Gakpo, and I don't think Rashford is the guy he is looking for. So it's between Rafael Leao, who's desperate to leave Milan, and Antonio Nusa, who's been showing out at the World Cup. And De Zerbi has decided to go for the future. For 35 million, the Norwegian Antonio Nusa now joins the Lily Whites. So this is the brand new Tottenham starting 11, nowhere near a Premier League title, but De Zerbi wants to win the FA Cup and the Carabao. And I think with this team, it's very possible. But first, let's see how the brand new signings do in the opening day of the season against Aston Villa. Oh, but here come Aston Villa. Emi Buendia gets rid of one defender, gets rid of a second. Buendia, great save from Chevalier. Here come Tottenham. First attack of the game for them. Javi Simmons on the ball, the chosen starter for today's game. Falls into Antonio Nusa. Gives it to Martin Fernandes. Matheus Fernandes. Nusa out wide into Andrew Robertson. We know he can square him across in. El Grupi Jr. And in his first shot in a Tottenham shirt, he gets his first goal. But now it's Aston Villa, the Europa League winners. Gives it into Ian Matson. Back into Watkins. back into Madsen. Great tackle from Porro, but no, it's gonna be a pen. That was clean, man. And now it's the European champion, Oliver Watkins, goes down the left and it goes in. 1-1 to kick off this game. Here come Aston Villa again. It's Ollie Watkins on the ball, looking for that through ball. Beats our defender. Ollie Watkins again, great tackle. And now here comes Tottenham on the counter-attack. Mateus Fernandes, one of the best creators in the league last year. Javi Simmons finds Eli Junior Groupie. 1v1 for his brace, and he gets it. It seems like the Serbi has made the right decision. This kid is incredible. And now, here come Tottenham again. Javi Simmons on the ball. No way. He finds Eli Junior Groupie. He does. Tonali back into Groupie. Oh, first half hat-trick on his debut. Yes, he gets it. This guy needs to be studied. Not even halftime, and he has a hat-trick already. Aston Villa on the ball now. Buendia gets rid of the defender. 1v1. Can he go in and score again? Chevalier, and it goes wide. Great save. Fernandes with a great ball. Here comes the counter-attack. Antonio Nusa really hasn't done much because it's all been Eli Junior Groupie, who's through one goal again. Cuts inside. Eli Junior versus fourth. 4 goals. 4 goals on his debut. This is the best lineup in Tottenham history, I swear. A 4-1 thumping of a team in the Champions League. The Zerbi has cooked up an amazing squad, and they are now in the quarterfinal clash against Arsenal. They typically never win these derbies. Currently, Arsenal are sitting at the top of the table, and they've made signings like Marcus Rashford, Eder Militao, Bradley Barcola, and Bruno Guimaraes. To the quarterfinal, kicks off Eberechi into Gyökeres, into Declan Rice. Great tackle from Bremer. Get the ball out though. Chevalier, what are you doing, man? And it's a free kick for Arsenal to take the lead. Saka with the shots. Great save from Chevalier. Bremer's looking for the tackle. Can he get it? No, he doesn't. Victor Gyökeres, 1v1. Chevalier, great save again. Bukayo Saka into the middle, finds Declan Rice on the ball, all the way into Ricardo Calafiori, Martinelli, and it goes wide. Tottenham are surviving right now. You go ahead and do something, create something. It falls into James Maddison, who finds Mateus Fernandes into Andrew Robertson. The defense is very tired. Antonio Nusa through ball into Eli Junior Groupie. Give him one chance, and he scores. And no, it goes wide. Come on, Groupie. Fernandes wins the header, and now it's Antonio Nusa back into Maddison, who finds Eli Junior Groupie. Can he beat his man? Yes, he does. And Raya, finally, Tottenham are turning up. Porro into Eli Junior Groupie, who's done everything on this attack. Finesse, no way. Oh, Raya, easy save again. Eberechi Eze into Victor Gyökeres. Arsenal back on the front foot again, as per usual in this game. Gyökeres into the middle, into Eze. 1v1. Declan Rice, great save, Chevalier. Eberechi Eze gives it into Gyökeres, and finally, Arsenal punish Tottenham. 13 minutes left to go. Tonali on the ball, gives it to Groupie, into James Maddison, who finds Eli Junior Groupie again. Can he finish this time? And there we go. With 9 minutes left to go, Tottenham equalize the game. Jared Bowen on the ball, gives it to Pedro Porro. 90th minute of the game. Porro comes back, gives it to Junior Groupie. Takes a touch forward shot, saved by Raya. Porro into Eli Junior Groupie again. Martinelli doesn't pressure. Groupie with a finesse, sends Raya again, man. And it's going to be a pen shootout. Jared Bowen to take the first penalty. Surely he is good at these. Bottom left, it goes in. Let's go. Mr. Bukayo Saka, where is he gonna go? He goes to the left again as well. James Maddison, he was chosen over the likes of Kulusevski and Javi Simmons, and it's not paid off. It's not paid off. Victor Gyökeres, can Chevalier make a save? Left again, man. Tottenham are gonna get knocked out already. Eli Junior Groupie goes to the left, and he bangs it in. Come on. Declan Rice is not going to miss this. He goes to the left. Everyone's going to the left. Come on, Chevalier. Mateus Fernandes has been incredible in this game. He goes to the right, and it's saved. It's over. It's over. Tottenham are getting knocked out in the quarters. And now, Martin Odegaard to win. Go to send Arsenal to the next round down the middle. It's over. It's over. They're not winning both trophies. They're pretty far away from the Prem. Their only option is the FA Cup. Let's take a quick little break, as this video is sponsored by Proton VPN. Now, last year, for the very first time, I bought a VPN, and it's actually one of the best purchases I've ever made. Now, with the World Cup starting, you do not want to miss a game, and I know a lot of you will probably be visiting family or be away from home during the matches. And honestly, watching the game away from your house isn't always the best. Hey, if you were to call Proton VPN, it lets you access your home broadcast while traveling using the streaming services you already pay for. So you can keep up with every World Cup moment no matter where you are, and in your preferred language as well. Plus, Proton VPN helps protect your privacy online by hiding your IP address and keeping your browsing activity private. So if you want your viewing experiences to take it up another level, head on to protonvpn.com/EdgarAS. Again, that's protonvpn/EdgarAS. But when it comes to the FA Cup, Tottenham have actually reached the final against City. And surprisingly, Bowen is the top goal scorer, but Erling Haaland is right behind him. And he has 34 in all comps. Phil Foden has been incredible. Rodri with 32 assists. Cherki with 14. Other than Theo and Anderson, they didn't sign many new players. And boys, the entire back line is out for this final. Oh, this is not gonna go well. But the FA Cup final, regardless, kicks off. Jared Bowen on the ball, the top goal scorer of this competition. Gives it all the way into Antonio Nusa. Can he get rid of the defenders? Yes, he does. And straight away, he dances past the City defense and puts us 1-0 up. And here come Tottenham again, recycling the possession. Jared Bowen cuts back, gives it into Sandro Tonali, into Mateus Fernandes. Finds a through ball. Javi Simmons all the way to Jared Bowen. Oh my days! Man City are sleeping. In 10 minutes, we go 2-0 up. But here come Man City. Ryan Cherki's on the ball, gives it to Erling Braut Haaland, who finds Cherki again. It falls it to Danso. Danso loses at Foden. Great save, Chevalier. Jared Bowen gives it into Javi Simmons. Counter-attack after those two City attacks. Here comes the man in form. Gives it back to Javi Simmons. Into Jared Bowen, the top goal scorer of the competition. It's a screamer. 3 goals against one of the best English teams in the world. Tottenham are shocking England. And that's all she wrote. Tottenham lift the FA Cup after a very defensive second half. That is 1 trophy out of the 4 that we have in mind for the Zerbi. But in the Prem, the Zerbi has gotten us back in the Champions League. Maybe he can win all 3 trophies next season. And the growth of this team is incredible. Krupri 83, Simmons 85, Jared Bowen 85, 87 for Tonali, 83 Fernandes, 81 Nusa. This team is slowly becoming great. And Krupri was just the right signing. 31 goals, 21 for Jared Bowen, 11 and 6 for Fernandes, 10 and 13 for Simmons. It's looking pretty great for Tottenham. And we actually got a Golden Boot winner in Junior Krupri. This decision was just incredible. And the likes of Chevalier, Bowen, and of course the Golden Boot winner are in the team of the season. Can the Zerbi win the remaining trophies next season? But now in season number 2, it's time to make some more realistic signings. A lot of places to improve this team. And up first is gonna be left back, as the Zerbi has shortlisted Theo Hernandez, Alejandro Balde, Alvaro Carreras, Anthony Robertson, and finally Tino Livramento. Something you will notice if you scroll down, there isn't any left backs other than Skelly. Of course, that's never happening. So now, because we're in Champions League football, I chose players who I think would be possible of joining Tottenham. Well, the likes of Tony Robinson is just a little bit too old for the Zerbi's liking. Balde is a definite starter for Barcelona. Hernandez, same as Robinson. So for 39 million plus Andrew Robertson, Tino Livramento is now a Tottenham player. So Tino is now the starting left back, and unfortunately Senesi and Van Heg did not grow to a world-class level. So the Zerbi either wants Evan Ndicka, Castello Luqueba, Pierre Kalulu, Gertruida, or LaCroix as a 4th choice to see who will become that eventual UCL winner. But Gertruida is way too low rated. Kalulu just doesn't seem impressive enough. So for 30 million, he's decided for Prem-proven Maximin LaCroix, as he doesn't want Chelsea to sign him. And unfortunately, they weren't linked to anybody world-class. But it seems like the Zerbi has transfer listed Javi Simmons and Dejan Kulusevski, as he wants James Maddison to be the backup and wants a brand new number 10. And Javi Simmons and Dejan Kulusevski have left the club now. And the player he wants is Morgan Gibbs-White, now at an 85 overall. Tottenham have wanted him for years. So for 70 million, Morgan Gibbs-White, the Englishman, joins. And he makes one final signing for 40 million. Omar Marmoush is joining Tottenham. He's gonna be a backup striker and even a backup left mid to Nusa. And if they don't win it all this season, the Zerbi will be going for some world-class players that are not linked with the club next season, if we even go that far. So this is the brand new starting 11. Marmoush will actually be starting with LaCroix and Nusa ready on the bench. Of course, he needs to go ahead and win the Carabao Cup, but at least the Premier League would be nice. The Champions League might be out of reach here. And in the 3rd game of the season, Spurs must face the reigning champions. Can De Zerbi and his men pick up the first crucial 3 points against, of course, another title contender, even though they smacked them in last year's final? Early on, here comes Omar Marmoush, has it out wide into Tino Livramento, who finds Morgan Gibbs-White, the brand new shadow striker of this team. He's looking to be through on goal. Gibbs-White cuts inside. It's still Gibbs-White, cuts to his left foot, finish. Oh, he cooked Rodri, but couldn't finish. Sandro Tonali finds Omar Marmoush, who gives it to Conor Gallagher, filling in for a suspended Mateus Fernandes. Kruppi does find Marmoush into Morgan. Gibbs-White finish, and goes in top corner. This is how you start a title push. The new signing with the goal. But here come Man City straight away. It falls into Ryan Cherki, and that goes in as well. It's 1-1 so far. It's going to be tough for Tottenham to win the Prem this year. But here comes Philip Foden on the ball for Man City. It goes all the way into Jeremy Doku. Here comes Jeremy Doku. Doku looking to take the lead for City. For the first time in this game, Chevalier, great save. Philip Foden now on the ball, gives it all the way to Ryan. And here comes Ryan Cherky, already has a goal tonight. Gives it to Erling Haaland, shot, and it goes in. Tottenham are losing this game. City are great defending champions. Oh, but here comes City again on the counter. 1v1 is Ryan Cherky with the chip. And it might be over, boys. It might be over. Jared Bowen on the ball now, gives it all the way into Morgan Gibbs White, who tries to find Eli Junior Krupi, and he does. He cuts inside, looking for the left. Yo, everyone's getting locked down in this game. And the whistle is blown. There's no animations, man. Spurs get destroyed. They're not winning the Prem title like this. And 22 games in the season, we have a title race. Tottenham, Arsenal, and Man City. As up next, Spurs have their North London rivals. Can Tottenham go ahead and get their payback for getting knocked out of the Carabao last year? Counter-attack of dreams here for Tottenham Hotspur. Eli Junior Krupi. These 3 points are very crucial to the title race. He's faster than Johnson Krupi, and it goes wide. You have to score that. Oh, here come Arsenal. Saka, Eze, Gyökeres, Rice. Back into Gyökeres. Shot, save. And now it's Sandro Tonali on the ball. Here come Tottenham looking to take a lead. Can he find Jared Bowen? Yes, he does. It's a brilliant ball. Bowen cuts back, scores it to Krupi. Or near post, it hits the post, man. But now it's Eze into Gyökeres. Great ball from Victor. It falls into Sachs. Saka, Johnston into Eze. He loves to score against Tottenham. Gyökeres shot, save Chevalier. Oh, Saka is through on goal. 1v1. Can Bremer catch up? No, he can't, but Chevalier is there. What a save. Second half kicks off. It's still 0-0, but it's been a great game. Tino Livramento cuts inside into Mateus Fernandes, who finds Eli Junior Krupi. Here comes Krupi against Gabriel, and it hits the post. Come on, Tottenham. Jared Bowen now on the ball, gives it all the way to Mateus Fernandes. Great ball into Morgan Gibbs White, and he finishes it. Finally, someone scores, and Tottenham take a lead in this big game. And Tottenham were able to hold on to pick up a very important 3 points. But Tottenham have reached the Carabao Cup final against Nottingham Forest. And it seems like Ricardo Horta and Miguel Jaure, whatever his name is, are the best players in this tournament for them. When it comes to all competitions, it seems just like the power of friendship has gotten them to the final. So can De Zerbi win his second out of 4 trophies? So can De Zerbi win his second out of the 4 trophies he wants? And the Carabao Cup final kicks off. Mateus Fernandes finds Omar Marmoush early. Omar Marmoush gives it to Tino. Tino back into Marmoush. Marmoush does fine in the middle. Gives White. Lays it up into Jared Bowen. Finish, and it's a beautiful goal. The Nottingham defense weren't ready for the early goal. And now it's Mateus Fernandes. Here comes the Portuguese center mid. It falls into Tino. Tino into Omar Marmoush. Gives it to Eli Junior Krupi. And now Krupi gives it back into Mateus Fernandes. Back into Morgan Gibbs White against his former teammates. Yo, this Nottingham defense is struggling right now. But it falls into Sandro Tonali. Jared Bowen on the ball. Gives it into Morgan Gibbs White. And here he comes against his own team. Finish it, save. Porro gives it into Morgan Gibbs White again. Here comes the former Nottingham Forest player. Gets rid of one with a finesse from outside the box. It's beautiful. This final has to be over, man. And the whistle is blown. It's another 3-0 victory. Tottenham lift the Carabao. 2 trophies left to go. And boys, the final game of the season is Tottenham versus City. But there is a 3-team horse race still. Liverpool just dropped out of it. Tottenham need to beat City, and Arsenal need to lose to Brentford in order for Spurs to win the Prem. I don't think De Zerbi's gonna win it this year. And there's an injury to Jared Bowen and Sandro Tonali. They will not be playing tonight. But here come Man City. It falls into Rico Lewis, who finds Rodri, the Ballon d'Or winner. Easy block. And now it's Man City. Jeremy Doku. Nothing so far from either team. Elliot Anderson finds Ryan Cherky. Great tackle from the defender. But it falls into Cherky. How is that not a foul? City go on the look. That has to be a foul, man. Erling Braut Haaland looking for the second shot. Saved by Chevalier. Marmoush, great ball into Tino. Livramento squares it into Kudos. No, but it's Tino still. Tino back into Marmoush. Into Mateus Fernandes. Into Mohamed Kudus. And it goes in. Replacing the injured Bowen. He makes it 1-1. City on the ball now. Doku into Rodri with a shot from outside the box. It goes wide. Rodri gives it to Foden, who finds Erling Haaland. Looking to make it 2-1. Great. Oh my god. Great interception from LaCroix. Almost gave it away. But it still falls to Rodri. Great tackle from Bremer. What? How is that a pen? No, we're getting robbed out here, man. What is going on? Erling Braut Haaland on the penalty. And he goes to the right and he misses. He missed the penalty. Ryan Cherky gives it to Philip Foden. Here comes Phil. Bremer gets beat. He's stepping up 2 runs. Erling Haaland redeems himself, man. It's 2-1. City might win the Prem. Tino Livramento gives it to Mateus Fernandes. Mateus Fernandes into Eli Junior Krupi, who finds James Maddison, who came on as a sub for Morgan Gibbs White's shot, but it's blocked. That could have gone in, you know. And now it's James Maddison with a brilliant through ball into Eli. Junior Krupi finds Omar Marmoush. Marmoush back into Eli. 1v1 for the equalizer, and he backs it in. This game is 2-2. This could be the Premier League win, but one more goal would secure it for sure. Maybe, just maybe. The whistle is blown. Was this enough to win the Premier League? Did Arsenal bottle the league again. Boys, there was no celebrations. Please tell me it was a glitch. Oh yes, Tottenham have won the league. Why was there no celebrations? De Zerbi is missing one more trophy. And Eli Jr. Krupi could not win the Golden Boot again. And these are the overalls of the brand new Premier League winning side. 86 Krupi, 87 Gibbs White, 87 Bowen, 86 Fernandez, 89 Tonali, 89 Bremer. But 25 goals for Krupi. Bowen again impressing. Gibbs White with 13 and 19. Maybe he was good after all. Sandro Tonali, 10 and 8 and 10 and 21. As there is Bremer with the Premier League trophy. Chevalier, Lacroix, Porro, Fernandez, all in the team of the season. So now in season 3, it's up to De Zerbi to build a UCL winning squad. A couple positions do look weak. And the two players he decided to go for was 92.5 million, 88 overall, Josko Gavardio. And for 120 million, he has signed Nico Williams. Not too impressed with Marmoush or Antonio Nusa these past 2 seasons. With all of these signings he's made, he has to win the Champions League this year. So this is the brand new starting 11. I expect nothing but that UCL trophy. But in the UCL, they finished in 10th place. But in the playoffs, they spanked RB Leipzig. Round of 16, they spanked Juventus as well. In the quarterfinals, they got through PSG on penalties. And in the semis, they beat Porto as they face Real Madrid in the UCL final. Tottenham have won the league by 11 points. Also take home the Community Shield. Also the FA Cup. Failed to win the Carabao, but can win the treble. But Vinny has been the best player in the competition. Eli Jr. Krupi, though, right behind him. And 36 goals for him. They actually still have Mbappe, Kivicha, Kvaratskhelia as well. Jude Bellingham, 34 assists for Arda Güler. No, it's wraps, bro. Tottenham are not winning this game. Hey, but 32 goals for Junior Krupi, 28 and 11 for Jared Bowen, 20 and 20 for Gibbs White, 17 and 17 for Fernandez. Yo, even Solanke got 17 goals. And everybody is fit for this final. Multiple 90 overall pluses. And even the bench is looking solid. But can they go ahead and cause an upset against the greatest team of all time? Oh, but here comes Trent Alexander-Arnold early on. Gives it to Valverde. Great tackle from Gavardio. Loses it. Mbappe. Great tackle again. Tino Livramento now on the ball. Gives it into Mateus Fernandez. Great through ball into Nico Williams. Here come Tottenham Hotspur. Junior Krupi lays it off into Gibbs White. Finesse, and it goes in. Let's go. 8 minutes in. Gibbs White puts them ahead in the final. Vinicius Jr. now on the ball. Gavardio gets beat. There's a shot, and it's a great save from Chevalier. Cross in for Vinicius Jr. Ruben Diaz into Dean Huijsen. Great block from Lacroix. Shot. It's saved again from Chevalier. Cross in from Vinny. Real Madrid are looking dangerous. Ruben Diaz, it hits the crossbar and they clear it out. Cross in from Arda Güler. Has 34 assists for a reason, but Gavardio wins it. And now, here comes Tottenham Hotspur on the ball. Counter attack. Can they go ahead and get a second goal here? Nico Williams looking for Jared Bowen. How is Jared Bowen in a UCL final? Somebody tell me. Krupi with a brilliant pass. Livramento into Nico Williams. And save. The counter has torched Real Madrid. And it's a 2-0 lead. Getting Mbappe with a brilliant through ball all the way to Trent. And here come Madrid. Livramento is great defending today. Nico Williams all the way. Bowen to Eli Krupi Jr. Finds Gibbs White. Through ball. Eli Krupi Jr. to end up this game. 3-0 in the first half. Wow. Real Madrid are frauds. And just like that, it's over. Real Madrid serve no competition. Spurs lift the UCL. And I guess with unlimited money, they can win it all. And if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to click on this video right here. I know you're gonna love it.